Before I get started with the review for episode 4, I'd like to say that in the first episode review I stated that the rookie cop Reyes got killed. I was incorrect and made a mistake. What really happened was that during his pursuit he was shot by the suspect he was chasing after, and the bulletproof tops that Gideon created and supplied to the police force protected him. Now that that's out of the way, onto the review. The beginning of this episode is a lot different from the previous episodes as it plunges straight into the beginning of the plot. In the first episode, Gideon's friend dying led up to the main story of the episode. Him taking over the 13th police district and him trying to catch his friend's killer. In the second, it's an innocent girl getting hit by a criminal fleeing in a car leading up to the main story of Gideon developing motorbikes in order to travel through areas without harming innocent people. And in the third, it is Therese's mentor Link getting killed that leads up to the main story of her finding the killers. In the beginning of this episode, the writer makes it quite clear what story this episode is going to follow. Trying to catch an illegal arms dealer selling assault rifles and cop killer ammunition. This can be seen straight off the bat in the first scene with Roderick, Theresa and an arms dealer, who is working for the police, shooting cop killer ammunition from assault rifles at dummies wearing Gideon's bulletproof police tops. In this episode's story, Roderick plays a major role. It's just too bad that they didn't really give him much backstory or character development other than revealing to the audience that he is an adrenaline junkie. However, despite this, I thought the idea of focusing on different characters throughout the show to be a great idea. The plot of this episode is pretty straightforward. Roderick goes undercover to catch an illegal weapons dealer. Things go bad and the police force has to save him before time runs out. What I really liked about this plot was that it showed that the television series was capable of producing a suspenseful race against time type of story. If you have been following APB since the beginning, you will know that Gideon is usually the one who solves the problems him and the police face. What I really liked in this episode was that both Gideon and the police equally worked together to solve the problem. It gave a sense that him and the police are partners and that it wasn't all about Gideon having to do everything himself. The greatest thing in this episode was the technology Gideon comes up with. The technology that was created in this episode was incredibly innovative and I have to give praise to whoever came up with the idea. In this episode they insert a fine wire into a jacket and make it able to record sound and footage without being compromising to gadgets that are meant to detect wires. I'm not sure if this technology currently exists in the real world, however if it didn't I would be completely blown away by this innovative revolutionary idea. I really enjoyed this episode and thought that it really raised the bar of the show. For me, the highlight of this episode was the wire built into the jacket idea. Gideon doesn't make a lot of wisecracks in this episode, but it is understandable based on the story of the episode. Well, that's it, my review of APB episode 4.